So guys, the internet has been set abuzz after the news broke that Tinubu has approved the creation of a new ministry. The ministry that is going to be handling issues that surrounds livestock. It has to do with all these herders crisis. This is coming at a time when the federal government and even the state governments cannot pay workers 100K. Some of them are even scared to even pay 60K, Nigerians. This is one of the things Peter Obi has always lamented, that there should be reduction in the cost of governance. People have come up to say that this government should reduce the number of ministries that we have today so as to reduce costs. Because for each ministry you create, don't forget you have to buy all the SUVs that will be involved. You have to get buildings. You have to get workers. So many things are involved. Despite having the Ministry for Agriculture, now we have ministry that has to do with livestock. Nigerians, this is what we are saying about our leaders allowing themselves to become puppets. Because people are saying that Tinubu is just doing this for political gain ahead of 2027. Do you think creating extra ministry at this moment is really what Nigeria needs? Despite the hunger in the land. You need to see how Rufai and his colleagues reacted to this news. But before I let you watch that clip, take a look at this video so as to understand what is happening currently in Nigeria. Take a look.
Set to create a new ministry, the Ministry of Livestock Development. Now, this new ministry was announced during the inauguration of the Presidential Committee on Livestock Reforms at the Presidential Villa. While some Nigerians and some groups such as the Myetti have applauded this move, some others are not having it. When you hear of the Ministry of Livestock, several questions come to mind. Don't we already have the Ministry of Agriculture? Shouldn't livestock come under the Ministry of Agriculture? Why wasn't this announced at the same time that the cabinet was set up? Can we afford a new ministry? Does this mean the appointment and the screening of a new minister, new employees? Or are we just going to do a redeployment of some of the staff already existing at the Ministry of Agriculture? Are we setting up new offices for them? Was this budgeted for in 2024? How exactly is this ministry going to be funded? Is this a rebranding of the suspended Ruga program? What has become of the livestock intervention program? Is this a surefire solution to end the farmer herder crisis that has plagued our people? Wait, what happened to the implementation of the Rufai report? See, the questions can go on and on. But if you ask me, now who I go ask? We cannot deny that the farmer herder crisis has dealt a hard blow to our citizens. People have lost their lives as a result of the conflict. It has also resulted into food insecurity and in many cases unemployment. We all can agree that it is a problem that needs to be solved. Now, whilst on the face of it, the Ministry of Livestock, if administered properly, may be a good idea. I cannot say that it is, and I cannot say that it isn't. However, what I can say is that when a new ministry is announced in the middle of a struggling economy, powered by a trust deficit, eyebrows will certainly be raised and questions will be asked. Ministries, departments, and agencies of the government have been used as tools to perpetrate corruption time and again. Sadia Umar Farouk, the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disasters Management and Social Development, has been asked by the court to account for the payment of 729 billion naira to 24.3 million poor Nigerians for 6 months. We're not talking thousands, we're talking billions naira. Headlines like this further reminds us that we're still fighting corruption. Or maybe it's corruption that is fighting us. What of better I do? It has been 6 months since her suspension and the silence is really loud. What is the outcome of the investigation that was carried out in her case? Has she been cleared of all wrongdoing, or was the concrete evidence found against her? Will Nigerians ever get an explanation and some form of closure in Betta Edu's case, or should we say that we should know better? Budget revealed that its service delivery promotion platform Tracker, which allows citizens to collaborate, track, and give feedback on public projects in their communities, has discovered 732.5 billion naira worth of empowerment projects in the 2024 federal government capital and constituency projects. This is an amount that is higher than the 646.5 billion naira that's allocated to health projects. See, reports like this just further increase the already existing trust deficit. Until our government starts to show accountability by actually concluding investigations that they began, until public office holders are being tried and, where found guilty, thrown in prison, until existing ministries, departments, and agencies are run with transparency, until public office holders realize that actions have consequences. And we're not just talking media consequences for sure, but actual consequences, until we see our government tightening their belt and cutting unnecessary expenses, Nigerians will continue to second-guess policies and ministries springing up just like that because of the trust deficiency between Nigerians and their government. The Rufai report advised that there be a collapsing of MDAs to cut cost of governance. In February 2024, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu set up a committee to implement the report in 12 weeks. We are in the middle of July now. What's the update with the Rufai report? Can we afford to create new ministries when we should actually be cutting costs? What really is the Ministry of Livestock Development? Good morning, Nigeria.
Development. This announcement was made as he inaugurated the Renewed Hope Livestock Reform Implementation Committee at the State House in Abuja on Tuesday. The committee is tasked with providing sector-focused solutions to address the long-standing farmers-herders conflict. On September 14, 2023, the National Livestock Reforms Committee recommended the creation of a Ministry of Livestock Resources to help reduce the decades-long violent conflict between farmers and nomadic cattle herders across the country. The establishment of the new ministry is part of 21 recommendations in a document submitted to the President aimed at enhancing the federal government's comprehensive response to the ongoing violence. The document outlines proposed solutions, including a reform agenda that focuses on conflict mitigation and resource management.
Also, the Ministry for Women Affairs is being investigated for misappropriation of funds. Nigerians, this is what we are saying about this creation of ministries. These people is just a way of, to misuse the little resources we have in this country. You create ministries that we don't even know what they are up to. We don't know what their functions are. And at the end of the day, they will tell us that money is missing. Take a look at the drama that happened during the sitting by the committee that is investigating this issue. Take a look.
Honorable Minister and your team, Mr. DFA, I'm at a loss because fortunately I attended the last meeting. And one of the reasons why we took you on oath was to get the truth from you. And today you have deviated. You have deviated because you did say, yes, there was release of money and you take instruction from principal. And there and then, I confronted permanent secretary. He said he was not in the known. And I still making my statement that you are running the ministry with your minister. Both of you will be. I take exception to.
Don't interrupt, honorable member. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt, honorable member.
Allegations.
Please let her finish.
I am not saying to anybody.
Interrupting, honorable member.
She should.
Honorable minister,
calm down. About me.
Honorable minister, calm down.
What I said. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. You did say it's what they approved to you. I said, Mr. Pamsek, what happened? You are not in the known. I said, look, I was twice commissioner in my state, and the accounting officer is the permanent secretary. Please, you people should work with the permanent secretary. Didn't I say so, Mr. DFA? I am still saying it because from the revelations, what's coming out is one-man show. One-man show you people are doing it. Two-man show.
Can I talk since you
say things without facts?
Please, honorable minister, we will tell you when you have to
You will have your time.
People say honorable minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Yes, some fairness. Yeah, it's a top.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson.
Jump into the trap.
Chairperson, thank you.
I fear nothing. I've stolen nothing.
You will have your time to talk.
Campaign is anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Minister. Minister, we are working with records. We are working with records. We are working with records.
Yeah, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, hold on. Chairperson.
You have to just calm down.
You will
talk. You will have your time.
Allegation against
you will have your time.
People say
Honorable Minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Chairperson.
Yes, no fairness here. It's a trap. It's a
Thank
trap,
you.
but I'm not gonna
Thank
jump
you.
into it.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Jump into the trap.
Please,
Chairperson, thank you.
I fear nothing. I've stolen nothing.
Honorable Minister, you will have your time to talk.
Tampered with anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Minister, we are working with records. We are working
Honorable
with
Minister.
records. We are working with records.
Order.
Honorable Minister, please, can you allow us to finish this meeting properly? No, you cannot interrupt. You cannot. Off your mic. Honorable Minister,
Not be accused here. I cannot be accused that I keep quiet.
Honorable Minister, I think the committee is being so lenient with you. You are attacking the supremacy, the autonomy of this institution. We cannot come to your ministry and shout at you the way you're doing.
DFA, why were they not paid?
Thank you,
The
ma'am.
procurement officer has made it clear that by procurement law, before they even award the contract, they will ensure that there is fund to fund that job. So apparently, the money was there. So why were they not paid? Please, I just want the answer straight. Don't waste our time.
I will give you the answer right there. Now, the money was released up to the tune of only 25%.
We know it was only one item that was not released. We know.
That one item, how I hope I will get the document specifying that, because I read out the explanation of each warrant. Two of them that came last year, one before I joined the ministry, one after I joined. The description is being released of capital cash needs for the ministry. It didn't say except Nigeria for Women project. I've been emphasizing this, but understanding differs. There is no document you lay your hands on now that we say that monies released last year excluded Nigeria for Women project. That is why we are having this problem.
You are still not ready to answer the question the way you should. Permanent Secretary, please, can you tell us why these contractors have not been paid? You're distracting us. Permanent Secretary.
No, I gave him that is 2023.
Nigerians to know why these people, these poor Nigerians have not been paid. Because some of them, their monies are not even, they are not even up to the money you people used to fuel your cars from the records that we have here.
Honorable Chair, Vice and members, I think I wish that we had brought the Accountant General's office here so that they can address the budget subheads that were released, because now it becomes a bit dicey. Like I said, let me also place it on record. I only resumed in February. This whole thing happened last year, 2023. And all these issues, I met them when I resumed. So I am not in the position to say what was or wasn't. But like we agreed at the last meeting, there were major subheads, out of which some monies were released. And then part was not released. And the DFA has made a very fundamental statement now, which says that the warrants that he got only said capital needs, and it did not specify. Now let us put that on one end. What we might now need to do is to find out from the Accountant General what specific budget subheads for 2023 did you release. If we have the warrants stating clearly what was or wasn't released, then they make our job easier. And then that way we can say X was released, but was not paid. Because if we put that together with what the procurement officer said, please, can we have one house? If we put that together, please, with what the procurement officer said. He said, by law, letters are not awarded for contracts until funding is available. We all know that as a procurement rule. And he is insisting that these monies were available before those letters were awarded in 2023. But now we also need to juxtapose that with the comments of the DFA that says the releases he got did not specify what projects they were exactly for. So I think for us to make a very objective assessment of the situation here, we might need to see these warrants. What exactly was the funding released for? Because we know that about 70-something% was not released, and the amount for Nigeria for Women Project was that same amount that wasn't released. But then, there is no warrant. So if we can get that warrant that tells us precisely what was released, I believe that will help us to go forward with this.
Okay, thank you. Let the deputy speak. Please, we are getting the warrant. Put it there. Take note, clerk.
My chairman.
No, please, hold on. Let the deputy speak.
My chairman, dear colleagues.
This interactive session is not to witch hunt, like I said the last time, or malign anyone, but to exercise our constitutional power as enshrined in the principle of checks and balance of government expenditure. The committee's mandate is anchored in the House Order 20, Rule 138. As we discharge our duties, let us remain committed to upholding these constitutional and legal imperatives, ensuring that our actions and decisions align with the highest standards of the law.
One of the points that caught my attention in that clip was when the contractor was complaining that they have done a job, they've delivered, and everything has been signed, but they did not pay them. I think one woman was even said in that clip that he borrowed 5 million for the bank and he supplied items to the Ministry of Women's Affairs, but he delivered, they signed the documents, and money has not been paid. And she's still paying interest on that money. So it catch my attention because when we are trying to support our local suppliers, when we are trying to encourage our people with this current situation of people in Nigeria, we are still having this kind of situation.
You need to appreciate the standing of this institution in our nation today. No one of us will come to your office and shout the way you're doing. I'm being very, very honest and truthful to you. Now, let me land. I understand that you're new in government. When I came in and I saw Ambassador Duda, I was a little at ease because I know him. He may have forgotten me, but I know him when he was Permanent Secretary for Foreign Affairs. And I know him to be a PAMSEC that knows his onions. So I expected that this would be a lot.
Honorable colleague, I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It seems the Honorable Minister does not want to calm down. She doesn't want us to go to the root of this matter. She's challenging the committee. She's, being rude to even honorable members. And this is very insulting and highly unacceptable. You are interrupting honorable members when they are speaking. We are still here. I told you will have your ground to speak. And in view of this, honorable members, I cannot be here and allow the honorable minister to insult any member of this committee. We are going to adjourn Senator, and I hope that by the time we call the honorable minister again and this team to come together, we'll be able to behave yourself. We are going to have a report to the leadership of the House that the honorable minister is not allowing us to do our job. She's interrupting. She's not answering the questions the way she ought to. And the records that we have is what we are speaking to. We have not manufactured any record here. Everything that we have here, they are from your ministry. We are only asking you to account for the monies that was paid to you. And you are speaking about monies that was released. We are all aware that the only item that was not released is that single last item. That 10 billion, over 10 billion item. We are all aware. We don't want anybody to come here to play on our intelligence. We are only concerned about these poor Nigerians, that their monies are being withheld, that are being misappropriated to pay some other contractors for other projects that were not appropriated for. This sitting is hereby adjourned sine die. Thank you very much.
Men and ladies, They went to create Ministry of Livestock, Ministry Cow, when they can't pay minimum wage. Ha! Kai, if me Alhaji Wamba can't talk again, they go talk and say Wahala it don't come. When they create them for Ministry of Livestock, Hukuma na they know if you pay them for minimum wage, you see they talking that one. Where we forget money to run Ministry of Livestock. All the other ministries where they create before had and take the work.
Look that door.
When you look them for the fact say humanitarian ministry, we never hear anything for humanitarian ministry. Now they can't create a Ministry of Livestock. Livestock. Waiting agricultural ministry they do. Waiting the agricultural ministry they do. I have some for question. Please join us this morning.
We talk Ministry of Livestock.
Minister of Livestock.
For me, they can just create Ministry of Enjoyment for me.
Minister of Sheep.
Minister of Mental Health.
This is not Minister of Goats.
Livestock.
Minister of Livestock. Minister of Sheep and Goats.
You agree to collect Minister of Goats?
I will collect.
Somebody say he won't create for Minister of.
I will collect chicken. Just
Minister of Chicken.
I don't mind. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Who go collect Minister of Pomo?
Wallah, this country.
Who go collect Minister of Pomo? Minister of Pomo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I can hear you. They talk from my ear. Yes. Yes.
Try again.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Just 1 minute to go, and I go see us. We go talk this morning. We're not go talk like this. Then we go talk this morning. We go create Minister of Minister of Chicken, Goats. We go create Minister of Dog. Cow. Locally. At this rate, we go create Minister of Egusi Soup.
Yes,
Minister of Ewedu.
Guess who's here?
Doctor is here.
Good morning.
Doctor.
Hello, good
Minister for Livestock.
Morning, doctor. How are you today?
Minister of Livestock.
They want to give me that?
Yes, now what we go give them for you.
You will get regular supply of fish. Not cow. I know you like fish.
Salmon. Minister of Salmon. Minister of Salmon. Don't worry, we the team we are coming for you. Oh yeah.
You
One,
like
two.
Chicken,
I can
Tune.
Ministry of
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. Honestly, this country, we don't even know what to say about this Nigeria, because as it stands now, you just know that there is cluelessness, among our leaders. What is it that these leaders cannot sit down to become creative, come up with good ideas, and tell the people that this is the way to go? Like this livestock of a thing, they say it's just to ensure there's peace between the herders and the farmers. That's why they are creating this ministry. But do you think that is actually what is needed? Don't forget that some of these herders are not even Nigerians. They don't even care about what the Nigerian constitution says. After all, the lives they've been destroying, the life of people they've taken away, does the constitution of Nigeria approve that? No. So you are dealing with people who don't even align with your laws. They don't understand the values that you respect as a country. These are people that have nothing to do with what the constitution says or what the law says or what the law didn't say. They don't care. their ownings, whosoever that stands on their way, should be taken away. That's what these headers are. I was thinking that this government would have come up with a law that says any header that is found in your farm must be arrested and must be prosecuted after being openly, displayed, so that people will see them, know their faces, and then they will be jailed. Because in Nigeria, we've seen these headers commit all kinds of things and they are let go. And we've seen the Myetti leader who was held and finally was released because possibly the Myetti group, there was a protest and one of them said, oh, that you cannot fathom what our radical group can do if you hesitate in releasing our leader. Something like that. And before you know it, their leader was released despite doing something that contradicts the constitution. So one keeps wondering if this country is even trying to move forward, or do we just keep doing things for our own political gain without understanding the consequences and how it's going to affect this country negatively in the future? So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.